Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome former First Lady Rosalynn Carter of Plains, Georgia.
Thank you, thank you. But before I get into my remarks, I want to thank the young people who built this lectern. Are you where I could see you? Could you stand up?
They're off to the side, Mrs. Carter. They're off to the side, the ones who built the lectern.
Oh, good.
And they're going to come out later.
Okay, and I want to get a photograph with them before I go home.
You got it.
Okay, great. Okay. Well, I want to see it. It's a replica of the one on the depot in Plains during our campaign. And I've stood behind it so many times, and it's just a coincidence that I was at the inauguration in Washington earlier this week, sitting on the, I was sitting on the platform, kind of, and I think probably listening a little bit to the president's speech. But mostly I think probably sitting there reminiscing about when we were there in the White House. And then come here today with this wonderful lectern that we stood behind in Plains the night we learned that Jimmy had been elected president. And it's just brought back so many memories. And I just thank these young people who built it. I understand they even came to Plains and took the measurements of it.
That's nothing more than a 2 by.
They have helped me have a very nostalgic week, and I'm just really pleased that they did this.
I want to say something before she leaves the stage, if I can. You know, she mentioned this lectern being an exact replica of the ones that they were standing at when they found out they won their bid for the White House. And that original one is on exhibit in the museum in Plains, Georgia, at the high school there.
I saw it in the video.
Yes, it's in the video. The students of the Walton Career Development Center replicated this to the T. And it is now our official lectern for the Florida Chautauqua, and Mrs. Carter is the first featured keynote speaker to speak at it. But the one that they have, like I say, is behind plexiglass. So, you know, instead of giving you a plaque or something like that, we thought that the students of the Walton Career Development Center, come on out. So now you have a duplicate that you can use in Plains, Georgia, and we're connected now. This was done by Thomas Martin, who is the instructor for the construction technology class. These students are the ones that built it. And they went to Plains, Georgia a few months ago and met you at the Plains Peanut Festival. They were taking measurements, and it was a surprise that Mrs. Carter just happened to be there. So they got to meet them. And if you open up your program booklet, you'll see the story and the photographs that were taken then. So we will, you got room on the plane for this?
I think you're going to have to come to Plains.
Yeah. So we will find a way to get it to you in the next few weeks.
It's incredible. I'm just overwhelmed.
Well, we can't thank you enough for being here. Mrs. Carter, thank you very, very much.
This was the desk that I used. Is this a real? This is a. I thought it was a real desk. This is just a replica. Who made this desk? Stand up. Well, I think that Gary, where's the real desk?
At the museum.
Okay, it's in the museum. So if you want to see an inferior product just like this, you can go to the schoolhouse and see the real desk that I use. This is really nice, and thank you very much for that. And where are you all from?
DeFuniak Springs, Florida.
From down in Florida. Well, you know, when I won the election in 1976, I had the support not only from Plains and from Webster County and Stewart County and Columbus and Georgia, but I also had the support from Florida and Tennessee and enough states to put me over the top. Yes, Rosalynn?
Not a desk, it's a lectern.
Rosalynn said it's not a desk, it's a speaking platform. This happened all during the campaign. Where I was corrected quite often, and maybe that's one of the reasons I won. I think people wanted to see a husband who was subservient to his wife. That's one of the reasons they voted for me. Rosa, do you want to correct anything I said?
Just welcome to Plains. We're really pleased to have you here. And the people from DeFuniak Springs gave us this when we went down to visit and make a speech there, and a good many of them are here this morning. Welcome.
Well, the podium, which we're very thankful for, the lectern, I've got to get it straight, is going to be used in our museum, in the auditorium. We're going to take out our store-bought lectern and put this one in its place. So we not only have the original, but we have this one here, which in many senses is historical in itself for what happened today in the National Park Service, and Gary personally is very thankful.
All right, so what did you think?
It was amazing.
I'm taking my tag home.
What did you think of the president recognizing you?
It was great. That was pretty neat.
So, what do you think of them overall, since you've now got to know them? And
They're great people. Very loving, kind people.
Really down to earth.
Just good old country folks.
Great guys.